Hey everyone, Cyber Gamer here, and welcome to episode 8 of our Seaopolis Let's Play. Did a little build in between episodes, so we're gonna check that out. We also throw on our hard hat and get to work on some compact machines. Also get started with some mob farms. Let's check it out. I did it. I finally did it. I made our power room. Let me know what you think. It's pretty big. I plan on probably putting the reactor right here. That way you kind of like see the reactor and you see all the stuff going on. It's a little hard to decorate. I was trying to do these, but at the same time, these take up block space. So any spot that these are in, can't really place anything because it takes up the whole area. But I thought they looked cool, so I kind of put them back here. Let me know what you think. I did set up a little passive power gen over here. The solar panels, they're not bad. It's just, nighttime. You ain't got no power. I had a battery backup, but at the same time, with flying around with the jetpack and it charging up, oh, I had a couple missing blocks. But the jetpack charging up and all that good stuff, it would end up taking up all the battery power, and then I'd lose access to my storage and all the fun stuff that goes along with that. So, also, I ended up like trying to just ramp them up because I was trying to get the whole solar panel field. I was gonna put it on top of here and have just a bunch of solar panels, but when I put them all down, there was quite a bit of lag. So I just went ahead and took them all off. I did have like the energy pipe coming down from down there. I thought it looked kind of cool, but yeah, it just wasn't worth it. Anytime I got near them, like my whole screen just started jumping. But so right here we have the mechanism ethylene used in the gas burning generator. You don't have to use ethylene, you can use hydrogen, which is actually quite easy to get. You just put water in the electrolytic separator, you'll get hydrogen and oxygen. You can pump hydrogen in there, although it's not near as efficient as the ethylene. So to make the ethylene, you end up needing the pressurized reaction chamber. That takes water, hydrogen, and biofuel. Now, biofuel, there's a lot of different ways to get it using the crusher for mechanism. Many different ways give you different amounts. You get 5 from the roses, 7 from these netherwort blocks, 4 from watermelon, a lot of farmable items, a block of hay bale, wheat, you get biofuel 5. Pretty much any food plant item you can use. So I'm actually using the netherwort just due to the fact that it's easier because the netherwort grows. It just gives netherwort. There's no seeds or anything to go along with it. This probably won't be my harvesting option permanently as far as crops go, but this is just kind of, like I said, just to get some power gen going. It's all self-sustained. With this, there's an augment for thermal called cyclical processing. I can read. Products may be transferred to input on process completion. So that just keeps rotating the item so it never actually just runs out. So that keeps the input full, and then the output's only full because our crusher's full. But every time biofuel gets taken out, it'll crush some more down and take it all in. And then back here, I am using the Aqueous Accumulator to get our water. I did put in a resonant integral component, which increased its tank to 16 buckets and how quickly it'll gather the water. So it's gathering up plenty for all the machines that are needing it. This machine needs it. This machine's separating it. I do have these set to dump access. If you have any of them to idle, so this oxygen will fill up. But once the internal tank is full, this is going to stop producing altogether. But I need that hydrogen to continuously produce because I need it to go in here. So on here, I have dumping excess. Here, I have dumping excess. It's not really completely necessary due to the fact that when this doesn't need hydrogen, it's okay. But at the same time, I'm probably gonna end up using the oxygen too, so vice versa. I don't want the hydrogen filling up later when I'm pulling the oxygen out. And we'll talk more about what I need oxygen for later. But that is pretty much all I did off camera. I did do some more automation. I still haven't decided how I want to detail this room. I gotta take those out and put those away, get them into storage. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't even show you how much we're producing. These gas burning generators at max, now it's not going to show you, but they producing max 72,000 RF per tick, and I have two of them. So right now we got 144,000 RF per tick passive gen. That's a big jump. We were only making about 3,000, maybe 4,000 with the solar panels. So this is a big passive gen increase. I don't have to worry about anything else, any automation. It's going to be a very long time before I'm having to worry about burning up that much power. And even then, with the ethanol production, it is producing enough for a third gas burning generator. Not 100% sure about a fourth. Okay, so I have been working on the quest. We have thermal expansion quest, the challenge quest. Now this blazewood was the only thing that really kind of held me up. Blazewood is blazing blood poured over any kind of plank. And you can also use that in a fluid encapsulator. So I have the fluid encapsulator here with the recipe for blazewood to use a plank, a warped plank. Oh, that's right. I apologize. It's not any plank. Let's go here. Yeah, it's only like crimson, warped, and bloodshroom planks are the only ones that can be used for it. So I have a botany pot producing warped planks anyways, using the nether trees, so I could use the warped planks, mix it with the blazing blood. And the blazing blood, you can make it in the compacting machine, the multi-servo press from thermal. And here it is. I have one blaze powder, gets you 0.02 buckets of blaze blood, so I could just request the stack of the logs, and I was able to finish that. Now marble, I was not producing this. The only way you can make it is from the essence. You can cast milk out on diorite, or the igneous extruder. If you make one marble, you can stick it under the igneous extruder, and it'll just produce marble. So what I did is I did get some milk from a cow, or no, did I? Yes, and then poured it over the diorite and got the marble, and then now I have the igneous extruder going, producing marble. So as you can see, my face is right here. Yeah. Sometimes I go in to change the egg and I forget to turn the fan off. Pretty sure you can tell what happens. Same thing that happens to those guys. Plus I have a heading on here, so yeah, it likes to just give my head every time. But also, if you didn't see on the way over here, I'm in another room. This is where I'm going to actually be putting the compact machines. In this pack for compact machines, you don't have to use the crafting recipe for it. You can just craft them up by making the compact machine wall. And again, you don't have to use crafting recipe. You just need that blazewood obsidian, and it'll make the machine wall. But yeah, that's what we're going to get to work on today. I do want to get the compact machines going. Probably get this whole quest line finished. I do want to get started with some mob cages. Now, they're not very fast, but at the same time, they're pretty useful. There's a lot of different drops. 61 pages, that's 122 drops. That's a lot of different mobs that you can get. So, there's pretty much everything in the game. And, like, for the Guardian, requires a waterlogged cage. So, the cage would actually have to be waterlogged itself. Now, I wanted to wait for collecting this because this is the strength potion. So, this will actually allow us to go below Y40 without getting the fatigue, and you equip it like a bauble. Now I haven't got enough for, let's see, we'll put it in the ring slot. I haven't got enough for the scale yet. Takes 200 C-bucks, 181. I just need 19 more. So as soon as I get the 200, I'll get the scale, and then I can travel wherever I want and don't have to worry about anything. But let me get together some stuff for the compact machines. Oh, and I'm sure you've seen it in my inventory, but I did go ahead and make 16 64K storage parts. I'll be making them into discs and throwing them in our drive, and that's going to give us plenty of storage for whatever we need. But I will end up making the bigger ones. But I did that for the challenge quest for refined storage. Right here. Got that one. Alrighty, so I went ahead and crafted them, got them all set up. So when you have them the correct distance apart, like I said, 15 blocks in between each one, it'll make the yellow cube showing that the multi-block is ready to be used. I went ahead and just put a little platform underneath it just to make it easier for item placement. This isn't permanent, I'm just playing around with it. The blocks look kind of cool, so I wanted to see how they look. But, who knows, we'll see. But this is what I got set up so far. So I went ahead and got the blocks together for the multi-block for it. So what you'll do is, since this is just 2 blocks, you'll place it directly in the center. just like that. And then all you have to do is press Q to drop. You can just drop the item in the force field, and it'll start to shrink it. Maybe. I'm not sure why the compact machine recipe wasn't working, so I had the induction smelter making the walls, and I'm going to try and make the first one, just the tiny compact machine, use the miniaturization and see if it works with those and the ender pearl. Maybe it's me doing something wrong, but I've used this before, and that's normally how it works. You build the multi-block inside the square, drop the item in, and it starts shrinking it, shrinking it, shrinking it, and then the item pops out. So I'll be back as soon as I get some of those. Throw it. See, that's what it's supposed to do. Awkward part is I didn't expect it to completely destroy the roof. But there's the item popping out like it was supposed to. Turns out the area of the cube is a little big, so guess I gotta increase the roof a bit. Man, it just completely erased it. I've never seen that. That's funny. Okay, so I'm not really sure why it wasn't working with these blocks then. It worked just fine with making a compact machine, so I guess we'll just set up an autocraft to make these in the smeltery, and then, or the, sorry, induction furnace, and then we'll just craft everything up like this in here. But I gotta fix the roof, so I'll get that cleaned up. Probably just raise it up a couple blocks, and that way we can just kind of scope over the top of that. Alright, now that we got that all fixed, our room's tall enough now. We don't have any issues with it frying out half the roof. So, now we can continue on with doing some more crafting. We're going to go ahead and craft one of each of them. They all get incrementally bigger. You got normal, large, small, giant, and maximum is the biggest one. So more than likely, we're just going to make a bunch of maximums. Probably not a bunch of, maybe 5. And set up automation and stuff in there. But I'm going to get all that crafted. Tunnels, they're useful. I'm not going to be using them due to the fact that we got flux networks in for power transfer for any automation we're setting up in there. We also have refined storage, wireless networks with the receiver and transmitter to have it access to our refined storage. But these tunnels are used for inputting and outputting the items that could be being automated, and that you could actually hook up a pipe to the outside of the block itself and export the items or import items, whatever you're needing to do for whatever automation you have set up. I'm going to craft them, but I'm not going to use them. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, it worked on that one. So I tried to make the small one, but it didn't want to work. I even put it center of the whole block just to see if that would do it, and it still didn't work. But this is our maximum. Alrighty, let's try the normal one. Hey, and it worked. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the rest of them, and then I'll make up 4 more of the maximums and get those set up over there. All right. Alrighty, so now we have our 5 maximum compact machines. I'm gonna go ahead and use the wall pieces as stands for them, so to speak. Now you probably noticed the Game Boy in my hand. Now if you just right click it without looking at anything with compact machines, it'll bring up the little tidbit of the book. Talks about how you can look into JEI for the recipes, which is what we've been doing. The recipe will show you how to craft it. But if we right click one of these blocks, we actually teleport into our own box. So these are the compact machines. It's its own little area. You can set up automation, do whatever you want in here. So we're going to set up a few different things. Come in here. If you take this and you look at a block and say, oh, this is where I want to spawn in because my farm's going to be over there, you shift right click and that'll set your new spawn point. Now to get out of the block, you just right click in the air. And so now, since I set my spawn point there, when I right click this block again, I'm going to spawn at that exact spot. On my jetpack kind of moving forward, but I'll spawn right there where it wants me to. So that actually allows you to set up the room and then pick where your spawn point is, just in case, you know, you're not going to be on this level. You want to put a floor in and then put your stuff on top. You can set your spawn pot on top of the spawn point, sorry, on top of the block that you place in here. And that's another quest line complete. Very cool, very cool. So we'll go ahead and collect all of those, get us a little bit closer to our goal. I do want to go ahead and get the mob cages started, and that was the other thing I wanted to use one of those rooms for. I want to set up some mob cages, get some DNA, get some mobs in there, get some extra drops, and like I said, we can use the wireless transmitter and receiver with Refine to actually get the items back into our storage. So it's not going to be that big of a deal at all to just store everything. We can, I don't think they require power. Pretty sure they're just automatic, which is probably another reason why it takes so long. So this block will actually show you the different growth modifiers. I don't know if that increases this chance or if it just drops this time frame on how long it takes to get their drops. More than likely probably drops their time frame, but either way, it's definitely going to be a big help to try and get. Now with this, it does have the different tier DNA samplers. So the tier 1 does passive mobs, tier 2 does hostile mobs, and tier 3 does boss mobs. So we can get like Ender Dragon, and we can use it on the gas, the Wither, the bosses, all the bosses from the Twilight, and just be able to harvest all their resources automatically. 6 more C-Bucks. And so once I get all this done, we'll actually be able to make the last of our C-Bucks that we need to get our fin. So let me get that stuff going, and I'll be back. Oh, we did it. So I wasn't able to do this one because I haven't been to the end yet. Show end rod. Should have noticed that earlier. And the netherite one, it takes a star-infused netherite ingot, which takes 4 nether stars. I haven't automated the wither, but I plan on it. But for now, I only have 1 nether star, so I wasn't able to make that. But these quests gave us exactly 200 C-Bucks. So now we can go here, go to the store, and get our scale. Maybe. Submit, submit, submit. Boom. Now we can fly as high as we want without taking any damage. Go test it out. Ooh. We should go to Slime Island. There we go. And now we can get ourselves a sapling. Oh, this is new. It used to be these blocks were the root, were trunk of the tree. The slime blocks. But now they've actually got wood on it, which is kind of cool. But hey, we can fly! Yay! We can go up in the air. And we can dig way in the ground. I'm actually curious. I'm not going to go down yet, but... So, the strongholds are in the ground, so we'll have to get those located. And then... go to the end soon. So I gotta dig underground anyways, but I'm curious as to what's under there. Okay, so I've been setting up, getting some DNA for the passive mobs. So I decided to go with pig, sheep, cow, mushroom, rabbit. Set it up. So the way you work, you right click this into the mob farm, similar to the way you work the bonsai pots, and then you right click the DNA in there. Make sure you don't shift right click with these in your hand because it will erase the DNA sample. Yes, I did do that. But we will go ahead and set these up. I think I got 2 more. Yep. That'll get these all producing, and we'll actually be able to pull their drops out. It's a hopping mob cage, so it pops out the bottom, so we'll be able to actually put item outputs, and just pull the stuff out. So we got rabbits, cows, pigs, mushroom, chicken, and sheep. For the hostile mobs, I definitely want to get wither skellies, blazes. I know we have plenty of their loot. We really don't need it, but it always comes in handy to have more coming in. We can also get the gas, so we can have tiers coming in. And once I'm actually get enough, I think my first nether one I'm going to use to get the wither. Because to make the nether one, you need the star-infused netherite ingot, which takes 4 nether stars. So I figure if I can automate the nether stars, I believe this is what it drops. Yes, wither. Every 120 seconds with the diamond ore underneath it, you get a plus 15% growth modifier. You get a nether star fragment and wither rose. Just let this run, keep running, and then eventually nether stars fragments are just going to start up. Oh no, we got 5 minutes and the server's going to restart. But I think that's about it for this episode. I'm going to go ahead and get started getting some stuff together for the ore tripling. I'm not too worried about starting up with the mystical agriculture. I did go ahead and plant the dirt get some dirt down in here with some grass. We'll put some jungle trees in here and get the rubber producing for industrial fork going as well. I'm gonna put these little signs on here just to kind of help keep us organized. This I'll probably put like regular farms, food, stuff like that. We got ore multiplication. We're gonna be using mechanism to do ore tripling, then quadrupling, then quintupling, and all that will fit just inside that little room right there. And as usual, if you like the episode, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you'd like to see some more episodes. If you're not already subscribed, you can hit that bell, and that way you'll get notified when I send out my next episode. Try and keep up with the upload schedule of every Friday, 3 p.m. And if you want to join our Discord, I got a link down in the description. Anytime there may be an issue with the release date, like the last episode where it came out late, that's where you'll be able to see all the info and kind of keep up to date just in case there's any issues. But I'll see you next time. Bye.